Hey, Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nikki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too. Hello, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. This is your host, Nikki Wildflower, and I'm here with my co-host and sister, Jackie.
Hello.
If you're sensitive, skip this episode. I'm saying it again. I'm going hard in the motherfucking paint this season.
Here we go.
Tired of the bullshit, okay?
Tired of sugarcoating.
If you are sick of being booked out, broke, barely scraping by, welcome. Welcome to
your worst nightmare and your best dream ever.
Yeah. Let me be really clear, though. Like, most of the people who say they want success in the service industry, I'm talking about like hairstylists, salon owners, lash techs, massage therapists, spa owners, all of you don't actually want success. You want comfort. You want routine. You want to keep saying, I'm just not ready yet. But here's the truth. Your clients are ready. Your bank account's ready. And the market is begging for somebody to lead. And you're still over here checking your freaking horoscope and pretending it's a strategy.
Hey, that's triggering. No, I don't check my horoscope daily, but
you're just like, actually, I'm really vibing that this month is going to be abundant because Mercury is 10 steps to the left of Mars. And
don't make fun of the woo-woos, okay? I'm 50% woo-woo, 50% not.
I'm like 20% woo-woo. Like, I do breath work and shit like that. But listen, like, at the end of the day, what I realized is, like, sometimes I do that because I think that I can make the path to success easier by, like, being woo-woo. Like, I'm like, oh, I could make the path. Okay, so, like, if I'm in... I don't know how the fuck am I going to explain this now?
I don't know. I'm like, I kind of think you need to explain that because what?
Okay. So I sometimes think that if I just put like certain crystals here, that success is going to be easier. Or that like if I do breath work and I visualize that it's already mine and everything's just going to fall into my lap, right?
Yeah.
And like, I just have learned
that layer of woo-woo don't do anything. I don't use my woo-woo in that way. I just like have a woo-woo sense of that I'm interconnected with others and like something beyond myself. And that there is like, I am destined to help people. And like, that's really it. Like, you know, that's how woo-woo I am. And then plus I think I'm like a diehard Leo. I think like I'm a Leo and that's so true when you think about it. And you're a Virgo and that's pretty true. Yeah.
I don't know, but like.
No, it is.
Here's what I do know is that I want it to be like, I literally want it to be like, I'm always looking for like a fix. I'm like, honestly, if I just like, if I just like lay here and do breath work, I don't chase, I attract.
Well, like that can be true. And we still have to take the action. Period.
I know it's so annoying.
It's not a fucking magic trick. Okay. It's not the stars aren't going to align perfectly today to where you don't have to actually do anything.
Monetary success has been like the hardest thing. I mean, I want it to be easier and that's why I do that shit. But it's not.
It's never going to be easy.
But anyway, like we're going to give you 10 hard truths today, tough pills to swallow that are either going to like wake you up and kind of shake you a little bit, or they're going to like hopefully piss you off enough to finally take action. But either way, it's going to help you. So let's dive in.
Let's rock and roll, baby.
And just a reminder, folks, we do not have any sponsorships or anything like that. And the way that we keep this coming is if you share it, like it, subscribe, all that. And that's how we can keep it commercial free for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So do all of those things. I was going to say we should say that in the beginning of the episode rather than the end every time. So way to read my mind. See? Woo woo.
Woo woo woo.
Anyway, go on.
So number one, tough pill to swallow. Being fully booked doesn't mean you're successful, because my DMs are flooded with fully booked stylists, service providers, all of it, all day long. And people wear that as like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I'm super booked out and busy. That means like you're at capacity.
Which is you're capped.
Yes. And you can be fully booked and still broke.
Mm-hmm.
And exhausted.
Actually, a lot of people are.
Yeah. And one cancellation away from panic. So like money and success doesn't come from filling your calendar. It's made from raising your value. Do you want to dig into that a little bit?
Yeah. So why are some people fully booked and still broke? Low ticket services that they don't want to be doing, and they haven't solved big enough problems for their ideal client, and they haven't refined their menu or raised their prices, which we will dive into at one of these other kind of triggering harsh truths. If you're fully booked and you are only seeing your ideal clients and you're charging them premium rates, we are not really talking to you at this point here. That being said, everyone should be available to take on new higher ticket clients, right? If you are booked out for 2 weeks at a time, seeing your ideal client, that's great. That's a great thing to strive for. If you are booked solid for the next 2 months with zero space to fit in an inquiring new client that wants like something higher ticket than what everybody else is booked for, that's really who this point speaks to. That's not a badge of honor. That means your rates are too low, or your menu needs refined, or you're emotionally discounting your clients.
That's a big one.
And doing that out of like loyalty to them rather than putting up boundaries and like legitimizing your business for you. Drop that as a badge of honor if you think you're booked out and that's the best thing, because if you're broke, then what is it for? Why are you working that hard? For your clients who are loyal to you, or for yourself? Right?
Like you literally choose other people over yourself. That's the problem.
Yep. And we dove like pretty deep into that last episode. So if you haven't listened to that, I hope that if you're listening to this one, that means you listened to the last one. But if you haven't, go listen to that one again, because you need some boundaries if that's you.
Well, it's so funny because it's not funny. It's actually not funny at all. I had someone in my DMs the other day and they were like, well, I'm totally booked up, but like I definitely emotionally discount. Like I just love my clients and I know like some people are struggling financially. And I'm like, are you where you want to be financially? And they're like, no, I'm living paycheck to paycheck or like week to week. And I'm like, and you're doing that because you love your clients? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, more than you? Enough to not be able to pay your bills and take a trip and take a day off? And she's like, oh shit.
Hard truth.
Yeah.
Hard truth.
Hard truth number 2. I need to fix my branding. I need to fix my website is a delay tactic. And I'm not saying that you don't need to fix your branding or your website, but like most people who say this don't even know what branding means. Like your aesthetic isn't what gets you clients.
Hell no. Having an aesthetically pleasing, beautiful, glamorous website as a brand new business owner who has no clients, that was a waste of your time. Okay. I know you think you have to have the fancy website in order to get the clients, and that is just 100% not the truth. That is not your priority. Or if you are still not booked at all, or you have like 50% open every week plus, you're not focusing on your website, right?
No,
that doesn't make any
4
sense.
hours a day needs to be focused on getting people in your chair, because your dream client doesn't give a shit what shade of beige you pick for your Instagram feed or your website. Like,
no,
they care if you can solve their problem. And I just want to be like so clear about this. My branding was absolute garbage.
It was heck when we first started.
I mean, like I was probably making $300,000 a month by the time I even thought about fixing my branding. Like that's the reality of how unimportant it actually is. My books were full far before I ever even had a fucking website. It was just my gloss page. Like my Instagram feed has never been aesthetic. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They care if you can solve their problem. That's it.
100%. 100%.
So like, stop overthinking things that aren't even important. Like you could deal with that later when you have the other shit figured out.
Let me give you a 3-step little skill to focus on here. You're a business owner. You have a never-ending to-do list. That's what you signed up for. Welcome. It's really fun. It is fun, though, if you can focus on the priorities that actually matter first and know that your task list is always going to be forever long. And there's always going to be new things added to the bottom of it or the top. What are the first things you focus on? Things that actually move the needle of your business. Ask yourself, is this going to generate revenue in an immediate, impactful way? If so, do it now. Okay. If so, that's the thing that you focus on first. Secondary things. So once you've filled your books and you're booked for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, mostly 70%, right? Now we could focus on number 2 tasks. What are number 2 tasks? Will this help the longevity of my business and help my client retention, client experience, marketing emails to your clients, which also can be part of the first priority steps, right? To like fill a last minute spot or something, but things that would just help with your retention and longevity. Now, the third thing's going to be like the things that go to the very bottom of your task list. Would this just be nice to have? Is this just like a luxury to have? A beautiful rebranded website is that.
Is that. It is.
It just is. So when you are in a place of, I'm booked for 2 weeks out, my retention's really great, like my clients are super happy, I'm getting new client inquiries on a regular basis, everything's set up for that to happen, then you focus on your rebranding and website. You don't need to focus on that until you're in that space though.
Yes, 100%. So that was the second tough pill to swallow, is like, that's not important. And I hear it all the time. Well, I'm working on my new website to bring in new clients. Baby, that's not going to do anything. Okay. I'm going to pick this person because their website looks cool.
I pick people off of their Instagram, like the quality of their posts or their Google reviews. So, hey, maybe instead of putting your focus there, ask your current clients to leave you some reviews on Google and make some posts that actually speak value to your ideal client on Instagram. How about that?
Hard truth number 3, if your clients love you, but your income isn't where you want it to be, that's not loyalty. It's poor leadership on your part. You taught them to love the old version of you, the people pleaser. And now you're scared to evolve because you think they'll leave. But they're watching to see if you'll lead. And at the end of the day, like, I hate to say it, like, you're choosing other people over you. Over yourself, over your sanity, over your well-being, over your family. This is a boundary problem.
A lot of them are. A lot of these hard truths are.
You have to step into your confidence. And how do you get confidence? You get it by doing
challenging things and proving to yourself that you can. Trying something different or something new and proving to yourself that you can, and then doing it again, and then doing it again. And then you are who you say you are. And that's where confidence comes from. Integrity. That's where confidence comes from. Or what Patty says all the time, congruency. Are your actions matching your words? You could post about being a good leader and business owner all day, but are you actually taking actions every day and doing things and showing up in a way that's aligned to that? If not, you're not going to feel confident at all.
Yeah. And like, how do you feel cool, like, asking people to invest in themselves and invest in you when you won't invest in yourself? Like, that's not congruent. You know why I have no problem asking people to pay me for my advice? Because
you pay others.
Pay a lot.
Yeah.
Hard truth number 4, burnout. I know we talked about this last week, but burnout is not a badge of honor. I'm so overwhelmed. That's not a badge of honor either. It's a sign that like your systems suck.
You're probably not following that 3-step priority list.
You're not. Your productivity sucks. Your priorities suck. Most service providers aren't tired from working too hard. They're tired from working inefficiently. Running on coffee and chaos and hope is not an actual business strategy. Fix it. Like, enough with the bullshit. You're going to keep telling yourself, oh, I am overwhelmed as fuck. I'm so busy with this. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Your priorities just suck. Like, you have to figure that out. You have to figure out what's actually important. And you have to figure out how to schedule your days in a way that like is structured to put those priorities. Like, of course, you don't have time for social media. You don't make time for social media. Like, it's not on your calendar.
Did you even consider service providers are the people who listen to this? Your clients, when they book, it goes into your calendar. Now, have you ever put any time in your calendar for working on your business? If not, it's time. Okay.
And I'm going to be super real with you guys. Like, this week, I'm a ball of chaos and I am so overwhelmed because my calendar looks like shit. Like,
Did you not time block efficiently?
I didn't time block this week and now I'm overwhelmed as shit.
Yep.
Because I did not, like, I literally don't know what I'm going to post on social media today because I did not time block.
Well, we're having opposite weeks. I'm happy to hold space with you. I have had those weeks and it's the worst thing ever. This week I feel so good because I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I know exactly what's happening next.
So now I'm like, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. But because I didn't time block or work efficiently, now I have to go back to my priorities and say what's going to move the needle the most. That's where my focus needs to be. And all the other shit is maybe not important. So
it's pish poshery. Put it to the bottom.
Number 5, I don't want to charge too much and outprice myself is just code for I'm scared to be rejected.
And we all are. That's a natural thing. Your brain's trying to protect you. It's scary to even consider people saying no.
Yeah, so like I'll talk to somebody who's fully booked and I'm like, well, what's stopping you from raising your prices? Like, I'm scared people will leave. I'm like, okay, well, like right now, if you raised your prices and like people left, would you be making any less money?
You'd probably be making more like that's data driven. You'd very likely be making more even if you lost clients.
So the reality of the sitch is that like you're still trying to be liked more than you're trying to be paid.
Which is not kind to you or to your clients, because then you end up resentful.
I'm like, so what happens if somebody says, I can't afford it? And they're like, well, I either see if they want a smaller package or I recommend them to someone else. I'm like, okay. And then like, let's travel all the way down to like that worst case scenario. And they're like, oh yeah, that's not that bad. I'm like, so at the core of this, are you just scared to be rejected? It's like, what if they say no? Well, that would be fucking devastating. But you know what?
But then they just do. And that's kind of that. You know, you move on. It's not about us. It's about the other person. If we can help them. And if we can't help them within what our price range is, maybe somebody else can. But that's not on us. That doesn't mean we're bad. That means it's not a fit.
It's all good, you know? Number 6, you're not overwhelmed. You're undercommitted. You scroll. You dabble, you half decide, and then you call it burnout. Burnout isn't from doing too much. It's from saying yes to things that don't move the needle.
Or doing one thing that you learned that will move the needle. And then if it didn't immediately convert, giving up on it. That's the same thing too, right? You need to commit. You need to commit to the process and go all in. I did this and it didn't work. Let me try again, slightly different. Don't give up after the first time and just call it quits. That's it. This doesn't work for me, because that's not true.
It's not true. It's nothing doesn't work for you. It's how do I make it work for me? So like people do this with ads all the time. They'll run like one ad and then they're like, ads don't work for me. And I'm like, well, what did you try? And they're like, well, I boosted this Instagram post once and it was all broke people in my DMs. And I'm like, you boosted one Instagram post and you got some broke people in your DMs and you've decided that ads do not work. Would fucking Nike be running ads if they didn't work? Ads work. How do I make ads work?
Right.
Even me, like, honestly, ads have been like the bane of my existence. I have like worked with so many agencies, like as we grow these multiple businesses, organic has been like easy for us. Like our way, right? But like cold traffic and ads have been very difficult. It's super fucking easy to grow in a local market through ads. I do it for my clients, like my consulting clients all the time, and they're like rocking out like 8 consults a week. So that's super easy to target very specific audiences. When you're going more broad,
we offer consulting to anyone in the United States, who UK.
Has a business.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's hard to do a targeted ad.
Well, no, it's just a lot more difficult, has a lot more nuance. And, you know, I've tried it myself. Not that I can't make it happen. I haven't been able to, and it's not a good use of my time trying to figure it out. I've hired multiple people and only through like 48,000 different iterations and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in the shit pan have we actually been able to figure out what works. And only now have we even slightly figured out what works.
And that might change.
Yeah. And never once in that process did I say, I'm just going to quit ads. They don't work. It's just like, okay, but how do we make them work?
Right.
Because we know ads work.
They fully do. I get hit with them all day. I'm buying shit on TikTok Shop, on my Instagram. I went to a literal circus, a scam circus.
Was that from TikTok?
That was an Instagram ad. They hit me with an Instagram ad. Listen, they used some videos that were unfortunately not actually of their circus. It was of like Cirque du Soleil or something.
I was going to say, like, Jackie thought she was going to fucking Cirque and...
I thought I was going to Cirque for like $60 per ticket front row. Like that would never happen.
Jackie's
And
like,
instead I went
goes
to
to
a
her
scam
husband, I
business.
got us. I got us
Got us
tickets
front row tickets.
to Cirque, a luxury experience, acrobatics through the roof.
We show up, the floor is caving in full on, like there it was a mudslide in the parking lot. But you know what? Their ad was fire.
Chicks doing a round off back handspring. So they fired out. I mean, they figured out acquisition. They just retention is just not going to be there. Yeah. The client experience, no freaking bueno. But you know what?
Good for them. They got my money.
They figured out the cash flow on the front end. So good for them.
Oh my God. Ads work. That's what I'll say.
Hard truth number 7. Success is boring. Oh my God, it's so fucking boring, you guys. Like,
success is boring as shit.
I have learned that through 7 or 8, 9 years of like business growth, ups and downs. You want it to feel exciting all the time. I do.
Yeah, but it just don't.
But that's not business. That's a dopamine addiction.
Stop chasing new, different things, right? Do something different for your dopamine hit. Okay. Go get a coffee, go walk outside, buy something online because you deserve it, because you've stayed consistent in the boringness of your successful business. More of what works, less of maybe I should expand and pivot entirely in a different direction. Yeah.
This makes me so sad because I literally am addicted to dopamine. Like, I'm obsessed.
Of course. Me too.
What actually makes the businesses successful is so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like, the 90% of what I do on a day-to-day basis to move the needle forward in this business is boring as fuck. It's repetitive, boring,
to making content that speaks the same, like to the same exact person every single time.
Listen, I try to make it fun as I do it, but like I constantly have to smack myself back into like this realm of existence, because I would be trying to like send a rocket ship to Mars if I just followed everything that my brain is like, you know, it would be cool. Yeah. I'm like, bitch, no.
I've got 75 business ideas in the pipeline. It's absurd.
And I have to constantly, like, this is like a lesson learned hard. I constantly have to like smack myself back into reality and be like, no, stick with what you're doing. Not every hobby needs to be a career. And that's not going to move the needle. It's just exciting.
You want to know what my newest dopamine addiction is?
What? Tell me. I need one.
Oh, you're not going to be able to have this one, unfortunately, because it's feeling the baby kick.
Oh, no, that won't work for me.
When he's not kicking, when he's sleeping, I'm like, this is so boring. Wake up.
Food's not really hitting. I do like doing in-person events. That definitely hits.
That's a good dopamine hit. I like food. I do like food. That one's a hit for me. No, it's not doing it for you.
Shopping isn't doing it for me.
All right, we need a hobby. Nikki needs a hobby. If anyone has any suggestions, tag us on Instagram, Slice Squad Spills. Let us know you're listening and maybe give a suggestion for a hobby. Thank you.
Wait, one of our consulting clients told me why I drool when I put lip gloss on last night.
Oh, please tell me.
She was like,
why?
Leah was like, hey, I was listening to the podcast episode. She said, I'm listening to the effing podcast. So I drool a lot, and it's just because I produce a lot of saliva. But when I wear lip gloss, I drool out of my mouth more. And I'm like, oh, and it's because of the surface tension, the lip gloss. It creates this ease of surface tension, and the liquid can flow right over because of the viscosity instead of traveling over some dry ass lips that we have. So that's why it's the surface tension is eased, and there's less friction. And so it's
You're
like
creating a nice slippery slide for it.
So she said, this is how my consulting clients talk to me. So that's why it's the surface tension is eased, and it's like there's less friction. And so it's like, please, my little slobbery slut, let it all go.
Leah and I were on a Zoom call like 2 weeks ago, and behind me is like a mirror, and all of my like stuff, whatever, like it's like a vanity. I had blur my background on, and she's like, can you just stay still for a second? I need to take a screenshot. I'm like, okay, no worries. So I stay still. She takes a screenshot. I have to send it to you. It's so fucking funny. And then I see her drawing on her like iPad that we're on. She's like, I'm going to text it to you. She texts me. It's like whatever happened, like the blur, my background, like it literally looked like there was like a naked person straddling like face, like ass backwards.
Oh my
and
God.
like a figurine. And she sent it to me. Like, she is the funniest person. We're meeting her in person
I know.
in
I
like
can't wait.
3 weeks or something. I'm so
We
excited.
literally have the best
client. She also just hit a 30K month. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
She just hit a 30K month in March.
As an independent stylist. And somebody was like, is that with extensions? I'm like, fucking duh.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Leah. We love you.
Yeah, we love you very much.
So success is boring, and you need to do like the best business owners like have to stop getting that high off of dopamine and getting high off of execution, not ideas. Like you don't need a new idea. You need to do the boring thing well, repeatedly.
Yeah.
That's all.
At the end of a day, when you did like the boring things, like try to give yourself a dopamine hit through words of affirmation. I do that sometimes. I'm like, wow, you know what? I slayed today. Like I did everything I said I was going to do, everything I had to do. And then I did an extra bonus thing that's going to move the needle. That's so special to me. Good for me. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay.
Pat on the back. Wait, it's funny. So I did the boring things that I was supposed to do, like all the administrative things yesterday. And Allison was like, I just want to let you know that you messed up this. And I'm like, not my strong suit. And I walked away.
Okay.
I'm like, that's too bad.
You're like, you know what? I did my best. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even do my best. I'm like, done is better than perfect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my motto in life. Never been a perfectionist. Always been a get shit doneist. Number 8, if you're thinking about it, somebody else is already doing it. It's me, probably. The market doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Every time you hesitate, somebody else takes your spot, your client, your opportunity. Every time that you keep putting something off that you know you should be doing to actually move the needle, somebody else is 10 steps ahead of you.
Let's be clear. We're not talking about one of the 75 business ideas you have in your pipeline. Okay. You don't need to go take action on those.
That you know that you should be doing.
Yeah.
For example, oh, you know what? I'm going to add extensions like as that high ticket service like later, even though you know that it's going to add like thousands and thousands of dollars to your revenue. I'm like, okay, well, other people are just already doing it. So, okay.
Yeah. The stylist who now is down the block from you is certified in a method that is one of a kind. Great job.
I mean, that's fine. You could wait until your grandma's fish recovers from surgery. Or, I mean, the funniest thing is like, yeah, I think that I might bring extensions on when my firstborn finishes high school. And I'm like, what? How does that make sense?
This even goes down small. Like I was going to make that real, and then I tripped over my dog's leg and she cried. I got distracted and I'm going to make it tomorrow. That I promise.
Well, I'm a hard consultant because I fucking hate excuses. Like, I'm like, you need to do what you're supposed to do, regardless of whether you feel like shit or not. And listen, I'm not saying like, don't allow yourself space to feel what you feel, but like,
you need to like feel and rest, of course. But like,
well,
if you
I don't,
said you were going to do it. Well, you're fucking up, but
you're literally going to a mental hospital.
You're killing yourself, but like whatever you want to do.
No, 100%. But no, like they're like, oh, well, you know what? Like I was going to do that, but it's been just so crazy. Like I stubbed my toe on the way to work, and then like the snow, and my kid got sick. And then I'm like, cool. I got the flu. My fucking dog died, and my kids had the flu too. And I'm in a rapid state of like deteriorating mental health. So fucking what? Still do it.
Nikki Wildflower comes unhinged on the podcast. No, I mean, listen, I'm still a really tough consultant. And just to be clear, we don't really consult like with Nikki or I don't really consult with clients one-on-one too much anymore. We've still got some people like grandfathered into that. We're just like mommy consultants, and we're in all of our consultant clients in the whole community that our amazing consultants work with. We're in all of their channels. So we come in and we give tough love. We've got a few personally, but I am okay, fine. You didn't do it today. Let's compromise. Let's reason here. I'll meet you where you're at. If you need rest, you need a mental health day, that's okay. Take the mental health day. Next time we're setting a deadline though, and you need it done by this date. Point blank period. Can we get it done by, if today's Wednesday, can we get it done by Friday? Do you promise to send it to me in this channel by Friday? Yes. When are you going to do it? So you're making the promise to Friday. When are we time blocking to do it? Since it's something that you're putting off.
I'm not like these other girls. I'm different. No,
Just-
no,
Nikki will
I'm
actually just make you cry until you
no,
do
I'm like, they're like, I want to make, I was going to make that real, but I'm like really terrified to be face forward. And I'm like, cool, you're still going to do it though. Immediately. They're like, oh, so I'm going to do that next week. I'm like, no, you're going to do it today, actually. Yeah.
We're a little different. We're a little different in our approach there.
You don't feel like it? Cool. Follow the plan. Number 9, there's no such thing as charging your worth. We say it all the time, charge your worth, charge your value. Like, you're not for sale. Like, what you're charging is for the results that you provide. Like,
You're charging for your value, not charging your value.
if your price can't be explained by the outcome that you deliver, then you're just guessing. And that's why no one's buying.
Charge your worth. I decided that I'm worth $275 per 30 minutes.
And how did you decide that?
Because that's what I'm worth. I'm special. Like, what the fuck?
No, I mean, your demand is going to tell you more so than anything what you should be charging.
Yeah.
So, and then my next one is like, you will never, no, this is the last one, and I want this to hit the hardest. You will never out earn your self-concept. And here's what I mean by that. If you believe that you are just a stylist, just a lash tech, just a massage therapist, you will make just a stylist money. If you believe that you are a transformational leader in your industry, you'll act like it, you'll sell like it, you'll earn like it. You can only earn as much as your self-concept will allow you to.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you keep thinking, I'm just a small town stylist and like,
that can never be me.
then it will never be you.
You know what? I was watching Shark Tank last night. I watch it every couple of months just for funsies. You want to know what? There's a lot of fucking free value in that show.
I never noticed.
They give you, like, the sharks are incredibly well-versed and intelligent business people, like bigly. And the questions they ask those prospects, those people who are sitting there asking for their money, you'll learn. I'm telling you, it's a dopamine hit to watch it. You should watch it. I was watching Shark Tank yesterday, and this is what I recognize. Every single one of these people came in with a fucking brilliant idea and concept, right? They're like, this is my business that I started. It all just came from a thought. They were just one of them was just like a local New Jersey mom who liked to go on vacation with her family and eat shellfish on the beach. That was like really her whole concept. And she's like, she saw a restaurant selling like seafood boils on the beach. And then the people would like eat their seafood boil with their family and bring the pot back. And she's like, wait a minute, there's got to be a way that like, you don't have to go to a restaurant. You just get a pot. It's filled with all the things that, right? Like she was just like an average person. And now she's making she's a multi-millionaire. And she got the sharks to invest in her. Like her business it scaled from just an idea to like a couple thousand to like millions of dollars every single year because her self-concept changed as it continued to scale and grow. Or she believed right from this. She said, I was in corporate America. I got a later start in life, but I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Ask anyone in my family, any of my friends. I've always wanted to. I've always believed I was destined to do something like this. So, hey, maybe she just fucking tapped into that story. It was like, now's my time to do it. And now she's actually a multimillionaire, just like a regular. She reminded me of just like any of my friends' moms. You know what I mean? Like, and she's a multimillionaire now. So
I'm obsessed with that.
Me too. And they all had a story like that. Like I thought this up in my backyard.
Well, it's because
so it can be you.
That's where businesses come from. Like there's a problem and most people who start a business solve a problem for themselves. And then they're like, oh, wait, other people need this too. Even us. That's exactly how we started.
Yep. We both were like independent business owners who like could have used this sort of help and support. And then with Strands, it's like, you weren't an extensionist, but you needed efficient extensions in order to scale your business. Bada bing, bada boom, here we are.
Even the color efficiency, like I'm like, oh, well, I need this to like grow my own business. So I did it for myself and not even thinking like this is other people are going to do this or like other people are going to use this concept to grow their business, solve problem for myself. And then it naturally grew into like helping other people do the same, which wasn't even my original intention. I didn't know that like that some kind of like empire was going to be built off of like me wanting to just be faster at hair color so that I could take more clients without double booking. Like,
right. You're one of those stories of like someone who just thought of something, started doing it, and then bam, here we are.
And then the same thing happened with extensions. Cause it's like, okay, well, what if we could, okay, you know how we did this with hair color? Like, what if we could do the same with extensions, but like also still get those same results? Like, I want it to look like that, like the hidden bead, all of that, all these like perfect flip ups, but so fucking slow, bro. Like, if we could fix that, we could do anything.
Bam.
Bam. Alyssa uses it in her own business. Next thing you know, other people are doing it and they're fucking making cake. Wait, it was so funny. I was with my therapist last night. She's like, what drives you to do what you do? I was like, well, part of it, I think actually the main thing is like, I've been able to help so many women with shitty husbands become independently successful and given them the ability to just tell them to fuck off. And my therapist started like cracking. I was like, that does it for me.
It's really funny. That's so stupid.
It's true. Like, I'm so tired of your fucking shit husband controlling you. Like, how about we make you rich and then you could tell him to go eat rocks, okay? I'm like, I want women to be in a relationship because they genuinely love and enjoy the person and that person enhances their life, not because it's a safety net.
Not because they're like, forced into it or pressured into it or
we have to be so far ahead of that. I was like, so honestly, like that's a huge part of what fuels me. I was like, and I hate to say it, like it's not like me being like, what fuels me is my hatred for men. I do it for the girls, the gays, and the theys.
me to my mother-in-law when she's like, will I meet Shane at your shower? I'm like, oh yeah, it's me. It's my shower. So the girls, the gays, and the theys are coming. It's not just
no, like if I have like a party that's supposed to be, no, it's the girls, the gays, and the theys.
Yeah.
And that's
it's normally like women only. It's like, no, fuck that.
That's who I do it for. Honestly, like most like cis straight men don't really listen to my advice anyway, because they're so much smarter than me. So yeah,
right.
I do it for who I do it for. Okay.
Right. Some of them do.
Like who?
We even have consulting clients who fall under that category, okay? And they show up.
A couple. How many? In the past, out of thousands of consulting clients, how many have
three? Three or four, yeah. But they've shown up. So this is not to overgeneralize, my friend.
No. It's not to overgeneralize because there are the few.
But Nikki's just being a silly banana. That's all.
Yeah, but that genuinely is why I do what I do.
Fair enough.
So like if your partner or significant other is an asshole, that you can make the great escape with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
I'm rich now. You don't need nobody. That's all. And then you leave. And that's it. So listen, none of this like is meant to shame you in any capacity. Like it needed to be said out loud because your future clients aren't searching for the most accommodating person. They're searching for the most certain one. You can stay where you are, 100%, most people do, or you can lead. Just don't confuse the two.
Very different. Stand in your power, bitch.
If this resonated with you, hang on, I got to look up our phone number. You can actually text now, which is so cool, and you could just like say a word, and it's either going to be me that answers or somebody on my team, like real human. We'll send you trainings, resources. If you want to become certified, you just say the word strands. But we've been getting a lot of texties and I love it. Let's see. It's 970-610-0469.
And they can say, should they just introduce themselves?
No, they just say, hey, I'm here for blah, blah, blah. Or you just say strands or you say business advice. And then we'll hop in and be like, how can I help you? And sometimes sometimes it'll be me. Sometimes it'll be somebody on the team. Honestly, like I live here, so it's probably going to be me 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, she do be online.
I'm a maniac.
Sometimes when I'm like, I have a thought and I'm like, let me go to the appropriate channel, which is Slack. And I'll have it like on a Sunday, relaxing Sunday afternoon. I have the thought, I'm going to bring it there. I should fucking schedule it for Monday, but I just say it. And then you answer immediately. And I'm like, damn it. I don't want to talk about it yet. I want to talk about it tomorrow. but I just needed to get it out there, you know? She do be online.
I do be online.
Your screen name should have been, my screen name back in the day was Jackie's Online XO. Yours should have been Nikki's Online OX, you know?
When you think about it, yeah, but mine was way too cute for you. 1, 2, 3.
I had a bunch like that too. I had Hot Stuff, XO. I had like Froggy Girl. I had Jackie Flip.
I had
weird
sugar.
times.
I had Sugar Baby, which, like, in hindsight, maybe I was 10, so I didn't know what that meant. I feel like it wasn't even a thing back then.
You want to know what my most embarrassing cringe screen name was?
What?
Grandma and Grandpa took me to go see Chicago, the movie, like the musical movie in theaters when I was young. And it's not appropriate, first of all. Second of all, I'm still obsessed. I know every word to the movie. I know every lyric to every song in that movie. But I want it to be really unique and different. And so I made my screen name and all that jazz. Because there's like, and all that jazz.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
And all that jazz. I remember you having that screen name.
For like a while. Everyone's sort of like, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh,
I'm just so different. Nobody understands me. I was like an emo cheerleader. I'm like, I'm just one of a kind. I don't know what to tell you. I like screamo music and I do cheerleading. So hard in my life.
I remember that.
Yeah.
What was your first tattoo? Let the joy scream across the pain or something?
Hey, we don't talk about that.
I have Italian flag shaped as a heart and it says Amore above it. So I think we can
on
my
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
And
we can
it's
call
like-
it even, but
It's like the funniest fucking thing.
people say to me, like, what does your shoulder say? What does that say? I'm like, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Wait, did it turn into a blob yet? Because
Yeah.
I have text on my back from when I was like 18 and you literally can't read it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you can't really read mine. I got it when I was 17. You cannot read it.
yeah, I got like but the Amore, you could definitely still, it's not even that faded. Like
no,
the ass,
that shit's staying forever. Yeah.
the ass is a good place to get a tattoo.
Doesn't see a lot of
Wait.
sun.
Remember when we got the Lucky Man tattoos on our arm? And then like, I was like, oh, I actually got my tattoo on my ass when I was 17, like at the other version of this place. So I was like, but the guy was old, so he's probably dead. And Jackie's like, why would you say that? He's probably not dead. And the guy tattooing me was like, no, he's totally dead. Yeah, she's right.
I do remember. That was such a fun experience. Show your tattoo.
We're not on camera, Jackie. Like,
Sometimes, though, we are. I got Nikki that tattoo. Well, I got her it for her birthday, but it was matching tattoos for us, like for her birthday surprise. It was very cute. It's for our dad.
Yeah, because his song was, ooh, what a lucky man he was.
And we
Is that
played it
what-
at his funeral and made everyone cry, which is like
Well,
really.
first of all, the song is like not what he thought it was. Like if you actually listen to the lyrics, but second of
like
all,
a soldier, but yeah.
yeah. But second of all, like he told me when I was 10, he's like, when I die, I'm
Play
play
this.
this song at my funeral. And I'm like, maybe like don't say that to your 10-year-old, but because then she goes through her entire life like he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Well, whenever he dies, I'm gonna have to do this, and we did,
yeah.
and you delivered on the ask. So good job.
You're welcome. So anyway, like, subscribe, all that. We'll see you soon. I hope you liked the hard in the paint shit. I don't know. Bye.
Tag us if you're listening. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.